Hi, I'm Cindy Halpern. Happy Veterans Day to all our current veterans. And I also want to pay tribute to past veterans, especially in my own family. The late David Chernick, my father, served in World War II, and he helped liberate Dachau concentration camp, and this lived with him for the rest of his life, and he transmitted that to me, his daughter, and he talked about this frequently. And my mother was a Holocaust survivor. My Uncle Abe was also, but they didn't discuss it really. My mom too much later. Uncle Abe never did. So this is a tribute to my father, and it's a tribute to also my late stepfather, Frank Jordan. He also served in World War II. Also a tribute to Karen's father, Russell McConnell. He served in World War II. And an interesting note in my family is my maternal grandfather, Shlomo Kerner, served on the Kaiser's side in World War I. But you have to understand, he was a loyal Austrian. That was pre-Nazi days, where Jews could serve in the Austrian army and serve their country and still be a good Jew. And he proudly served his country, Austria, on the other side that time. Also, my former husband, David Halpern, was a Marine, so he served as well. So I have a lot of veterans in my family, and I want to pay honor to them, to their bravery. Soldiers allow us to have our freedom. Had not all these men served in World War II, the Nazis would not have been defeated, and I obviously would not be alive. And neither would my daughter or grandson. So we owe a lot to the greatest generation who served their country, the United States, in World War II and defeated Nazism. So that was the greatest thing they could accomplish in their lives. I'm sure many of them went on to great things, but that was maybe the most important thing they could do collectively, and I want to pay tribute to that. And the other thing I want to mention, I went to Cranston East, class of 1978, and I was informed that a classmate of mine passed away, Jim O'Leary. I didn't know him too well, but he was a member of my class, and you do, I guess, feel vulnerable when you have a fellow classmate pass away. I remember when I first graduated from high school, we had two classmates. Mark Baker passed away. He was in a car accident, and we had another classmate who died of meningitis. Her name was Barbara Aragon, and this was when we newly graduated from high school, so that was a blow to all of us, I'm sure. But now that we are all getting older and hearing about another classmate that passed away, it reminds you of your own mortality, that we're not on this earth forever. None of us are, but this reminds us that we're not. And fortunately, I'm coping with my asthma and Hashimoto thyroidism and my allergies, and I'm still here. I guess the shocking thing for me is that I've been unhealthy for a number of years now, and to hear of a fellow classmate pass away. You know, sometimes I read the Rhode Island College Bulletin. I got my bachelor's from there, and you know, you hear about other contemporaries dying. My own brother died. He was the class of 81. I was the class of 82, and he died because he had Duchenne muscular dystrophy. But you read of other people too that are contemporaries of me and that they've passed away, that I'm remarkably still here despite all my severe illnesses, and that some of them have passed away. And it's a thing for me to reflect on, to consider how lucky I am to still be here, and lucky to live to see, you know, a grandson, actually, the second generation removed from me. And you just think on this Veterans Day that you can't take your life for granted, that it can be taken from you at any time. I've seen Long Island Medium. Whether you believe in that or not, it doesn't matter. Just hearing about the different people who lost their husbands, their children, their parents, in different ways that maybe it suddenly happened, and you reflect on that and you consider that this can be you, a car can ram into your house, you can have a car accident, you get a fatal disease, you have a terrorist attack, numerous things. So all I ask is that on this Veterans Day, let us all be grateful for our lives, and let us make the most of those lives, and while we're here on this earth, to do good deeds and help other people and make a difference. Because you know what? In the end, you can't take your money with you, and that's not what people are going to remember about you anyhow, how much money you had in the bank. What they're going to remember about you is how you helped people, how you didn't help people, and whether you were there for them or you weren't. And in the end, that's what matters most. Happy Veterans Day.